All right, today you are going to be working with one other person. Your projects, you're going to be able to use a calculator, you're going to be able to use your math notebook, whatever you need to help you answer these questions. I am not helping you, okay? Unless you are just 1000% stuck, you've been stuck, you're frustrated, all of that. Then I will help you a little bit, but for the most part, like, this is kind of the pre-assessment to the final assessment of area and surface area. So your project today, you are going to get this sheet. This sheet has 4 different middle schools on it. It gives you the criteria for each one. You and your partner need to go through these and decide which one you want to do. Okay? What I recommend is that you read through the questions and you read through the information before you pick one of those. All right? So it says your school PTO raised money to provide updates to your middle school's outdoor classroom. The money will go towards buying a shade tarp for the space and new seating for students. Use your project budget and criteria to design a plan for the updates of the outdoor classroom. All right, so that is essentially your criteria. So now knowing that, again, you need to go back and you need to read each criteria and decide which one you want to do. Whichever one you and your partner finally decide on doing, you just need to take a color and circle that one so that I know when I'm grading it that is the one you're doing. Then you're going through. This whole first page is area. Okay? The whole first page has to do with area. So you should not have any surface area on here. This is all area. Does that make sense? Are there any questions? Okay? Then down here, these two boxes are your criteria. So you have 2 things of criteria, and you can just kind of summarize it. You don't have to rewrite the whole thing for the first and second one. Then you have these 3 shapes. Again, use your notebook to help you. Okay, that's why I'm allowing you to work with a partner and use your notebook. Down here gives you a little bit more information. You're going to do all your work on this sheet of paper. Everything that you're doing, that you're turning in, has to be on here. If you do it in your notebook and you don't transfer it to here, it's not getting graded. Okay? And then the last thing for this is the total area of your shaded tarp, the cost of the shaded tarp, and the amount remaining in your budget. Okay? So there's a little bit more than just finding area and surface area today with this. But it's not feasible. Now, so this is the area part. This is the surface area part. So the surface area part says the PTO will purchase hay bales to serve as seating for students in the outdoor classroom. List amount of seating your school needs and the amount of money you have remaining in your budget. So the amount of seating and then the amount of remaining. And again, what shape is this? If you're not sure, tells you right there, right? So looking at this shape and knowing this name, what is this page having to do with? Alex?
Surface area.
Surface area, same thing. And again, guys, this is all stuff that we've done. You guys should see this and say, okay, this looks really familiar. Now, I know it talks about volume. So for volume, it's just length times width times height. Okay, so you would just do 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, does that make sense? Yes or no? Okay, and same thing with this one, length times width times height. And then, I'm trying to think. If you go, you have to write your total projected costs and if you're over budget or if you're under budget. Now, I'm going to allow you to use a calculator. Okay, I'm not going to ask you to do this all, because obviously I'm not assessing on your ability to multiply, divide, subtract decimals. I'm totally just had a brain fart. I'm assessing you on your ability to find area, surface area. Make sure though that you and your partner are taking turns, not just one person doing all the work. Make sure that I see both handwriting on here. It shouldn't be all one person's handwriting. It should be all one person's work. you are working with a partner, which means you're working together. Now, I highly, 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 highly recommend that you don't pick necessarily your best friend because that's what you want to do. This is a test grade. Do I need to say that again? This is a test grade. So yeah, your best friend might be really cool, but you might not work very well with your best friend. So think about who you pick before you actually just jump up and run in and grab the person so that you can sit and talk for the next hour. This is due at the end of the class period. You're not getting 2 or 3 or 5 days for this. This is 2 day and 2 day only. Does that make sense? Any questions? All right, when you are finished with this, I did not staple it so that it was easier to be able to like turn papers and everything. When you are finished, staple it, turn it into me. Do not turn it into the bin. And then you are working on Delta Math. I have not published it today. Okay? So you are working on Delta Math when you are done. No questions? Everybody? You can use this page in your notebook to do the work here if you want to do it first, and then transfer it onto here in case you make a mistake. That's really up to you and your partners. You are not allowed to work with 3 people. You are not allowed to work by yourself. You must work with a partner. Okay? No questions? All right, when you have your partner, send one of them up here to get your paper, and you can work around the room if you'd like, and get started. Who's your partner? Huh?
Blake.
Okay. Who's your partner?
Hazel.
Okay. Who's your partner?
Silas. Never mind this. But
Who's your partner?
I was gonna say we should work on the
You may also grab a calculator once you have a partner. I hope you are not even trying to work together. You and Summer and Allison. Like, you guys are not allowed to work together. Summer and Allison, you are not allowed to work together. Who's your partner? Who?
Mommy.
Angel?
Ashley.
Who's your partner?
Drake.
Who's your partner?
Consulting.
Who's your partner? You gotta find one. Raise your hand if you do not have a partner yet. So Mercedes, Summer, Allison, and Mason. Pick from the 4 of y'all.